Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. Today I am doing a layout in a hotel room. That's why the lighting here is going to be pretty bad. In fact, even my voiceover might be bad. I'm sitting in the dining room and the walls are empty, so you might hear a little bit of an echo. Kathy Feigl and I met up and I went to visit her and we stayed in a hotel room in Scrapbook. So yeah, the lighting is a little bit awkward on this one. We had a really good time. We only did like 5 pages each in, I don't know, 2.5 days. Mostly we just cut up a lot and, chit-chatted and stuff like that. So yeah. Mostly on this one, I am going to be using scraps. I do use this diagonal sheet, and I think I said this, but I think it's the Millie and June collection. I could be wrong with the name, and I don't even know who makes it, possibly Fancy Pants, because the alphas that I use and also a couple of the embellishments are kind of plasticky, and that's kind of a Fancy Pants trait. So that's what makes me think that this collection is from Fancy Pants. It is an older one. When I packed to go on this trip, I was taking my mom home, and then she lives in Kansas and I live in Georgia. And then on the way back, I stopped in Illinois and saw Kathy for a few days. But anyways, when I packed for this trip, I just threw all sorts of things that were already pre-packaged into some iris cases. That's how I packed. I actually even forgot my ATG gun. That's why I'm using that little Tombow tape runner, which is fine. As far as I know, it has worked well, so we'll see. You can see right here, these are the photos I'm going to be scrapbooking. Riley's birthday party, it was a few days after Jim had passed away. It wasn't very long afterwards. Maybe a week afterwards was her party. I didn't actually go to the party. I just dropped off her presents. And one of the things I got her was this really cute recliner. I am actually probably going to be scrapping that recliner on its own. So just because it's so cute, I got a recliner and a bookshelf, and then the bookshelf I filled with books. So yeah, it was really cute. So she can have her own little sitting area to read books. But in this instance, in this photos, she's actually watching her iPad. So yeah, she still likes her recliner, so that's good. She likes to look at books too, but obviously she's 2. She doesn't read. She looks at the pictures. So you can see right there in the background, I did have that striped paper, and the opposite side of it was this aqua, which I really liked. But once I got to looking at it, because like I said, we were just chatting and cutting up. Once I got to looking at that paper, it was a heart design, and the hearts were going horizontally or vertically. I don't know. They were going the wrong way. So I flipped it over, and on the other side was this pink with these little flowers. So that's what I went ahead and used for that strip across the bottom. I don't believe I used a sketch on this. I think I was just using mostly scraps. So I just kind of took what the driving force of it was, that diagonal scrap. It was kind of a big one. So that was kind of the driving force of this layout. So I just took the papers and just kind of put them together. Now, like I said, this Fancy Pants, they have a lot of like plasticky embellishments. So I had the alphas, and then I also have 2 of the sheets that have different icons on them. And there's a lot of hearts and flowers. So on here, you will see quite a bit of hearts and flowers. There's also going to be the number 2, because she is 2 years old now. So I do put that at the top. You can see there is a tag. It's halfway started. The reinforcer isn't on it quite yet. I had Kathy cut that out for me. I was like, here, cut a tag out for me. So she did. I am going to put that up at the top. Right here, I'm spelling out the words with the same alphas that came with this collection. And I'm just going to put Recliner Relaxin. It's not going to stay where it's at. I will end up moving that up underneath the strips that are up at the top. But yes, I shouldn't have kept this all in, but I did. It says Recliner Relaxin. I am going to be moving that up like I said. Let me go ahead and pause this because I'm sitting in my dining room and I'm looking out the window and I saw my son just pull up. So hold up. Look at those cuties. Okay, guys, it is now the next day. BJ came and brought the kids over. He was going to use my steam mop, but we hung out with the kids for a little bit. So that's why I put that picture up there. It's now the next day. So you can see I am going to go ahead and commit to this area up at the top. I am going to use that 2 because Riley is 2 in these photos. She had just turned 2, but I needed something to sit it on. So I took out a circle punch and punched the same paper that I used in the banner strip down there at the bottom, the pink with the little blue flowery type bits on it. I went ahead and used that punched out circle there, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and set that 2 on just so it stands out a little better. Now the alphas, they are they have the floral design on them. Well, that number 2 does as well. That number 2 actually came out of the embellishment pack. You know how they'll just have a bunch of stickers or whatever. That number 2 was in there, but it does have the same design as the title does. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now these 2 strips of paper I put up there, I thought it was kind of empty. So I am going to pull out a bow and stick a bow down on there. I do believe this Fancy Pants collection, it came with several bows or a sheet of bows that were not put together and you had to put them together. If I'm remembering correctly, this was an older line, but when I went to go on this trip, I was taking Mom home, like I said, and then I stopped by Kathy's. I just grabbed a bunch of things, a bunch of packs I've already had in kind of like Ziploc bags, and this was one of them. Apparently, that I must have pulled from an older pile. Well, that's okay though, right? I need to use it up at some point. Now you can see with my title, it is crooked. I did forget to take a T-square ruler, and truth be told, even if I would have took my T-square ruler, it probably still would be a little crooked. But you can see right here, it is a lot crooked. That doesn't bother me. I'm going to be okay with it. I do have this little embellishment piece right here. I can't remember what that says on it. We're covering up the words anyways, but I cut off the banner pieces that were at the bottom. I guess I could use those at a different time. Went ahead and cut those off, and I'm just using, I wanted some of the gold, so I'm just using it for the gold element that's on there. I'm going to try and get it tucked up under there in such a way that you can't really tell it was cut. And then I'm going to use those puffy hearts. It's a one piece, but there is the blue heart, and then there is also the gold heart on there. I'm going to use that to cover up the wording on it. And then I just put a little flower down there at the bottom of the flower. It again is another one of the plastic pieces off of the that sticker sheet, but it's plasticky and it's kind of thin. So I did go ahead and pop that up on some foam tape. I was completely, even though I do have 2 packs of those embellishments, I was completely out of the little hearts. Otherwise I would have stuck hearts down there because I do have them at the top. I did finish off with some Heidi Swap Color Shine in Gold, which I forgot to take also, if you can believe that. Luckily, Kathy remembered. So I did use her Heidi Swap Color Shine in Gold basically the entire time. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.